We have some sociolinguistic people here. I misspoke. I meant sociolinguistics, which is a whole other branch.
So she's sociolinguistics. You misspoke with psycholinguistics.
Yes, I was thinking of something else.
Sociolinguistics means what? Like that's
I don't know what
interesting
that
to me.
means.
It already
I know what sociolinguistics.
It sounds like a form of
it's basically
verbal anthropology or something.
It is kind of that. It's the structure of language.
Like I couldn't be more fascinated with that. My friendship with Jeff is kind of based on Noam Chomsky because he was a political dissident and a linguist. Like when I met Jeff,
correct.
It was the 90s and we were both a couple of, young, full of piss and vinegar. But I only knew Noam Chomsky because of his linguistic work. And then Jeff had read like all this crazy like political shit that he had written. I didn't even know about his political outspokenness. But language. I'm a verbal thinker. I'm very fascinated with language.
It's something that she got from like high school. She became interested in it, and her senior year in high school, half of her day was spent in high school. Half of it was at LACC studying sociolinguistics.
LACC? So what college?
That's LA What college? In Hollywood.
Was she in a dorm?
No. I mean, nobody's in a dorm. They don't have dorms.
I don't know. I mean, I saw that movie with Seth Rogen. The whole dorm movie. That crazy dorm movie. Anyone? No? Am I the only one?
I think you're the only one.
Am I the only human being in the world that's ever seen? I'm sorry.
Some things that fascinated me about linguistics in no necessary order. I'm just going to shotgun them all.
Breathe deeply, and you'll come out of this in no time.
Help me. Help.
Number one is that when people have kids, they always tell you at 2 years old, like the kid just starts fucking talking. It's just like we all have this instinctive baby talk thing that we do, which is another thing that's fascinating because. People write different books that go, don't baby talk, do baby talk. It's fucking instinctive. Like you do it to dogs. When you look at something cute, you kind of like who's the and what you're doing dog? Is I think you're showing it, you're trying.
Except I never did that with her. I never did that.
Well, now she's in London.
Well, no. I mean, now I definitely wouldn't do it with her, but I didn't do it with her when she was
get her on the phone and let's have him do it to her tonight on the show for the first time ever.
You raised your daughter so coldly she had to move to England just to fit in.
That's right, exactly. That's exactly right.
You have to baby talk them.
I didn't. I made that mistake, but it actually turned out okay.
Yeah.
Because then suddenly she didn't talk for a long time. And then suddenly she just started talking like Noam Chomsky.
They just one day, every parent I've ever talked to says like, look, you do what you do. You hope your kid will talk. You hope you.
That's exactly right.
And then one day you come home and you just hear a voice from the corner of the room go like, you want fries with that?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fucking shit in the hell?
That's exactly right.
My niece lives my brother and his wife live nearby. They live in Eagle Rock, and or the time it was Glendale. And my niece didn't talk. And then one day, I didn't go to their house for a couple months. Went to the house, and my niece is like in a towel. She's got out of the bath, and she was going, shake, 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 shake your booty. I'm like, what the fuck? Like last time I saw you, you didn't say things, so now you're singing.
The way that they inflect when they're doing at the young age, when they start doing their impressions of how they see adult communication.
So you punch him in the face.
The 6-year-old girl who like leans up in the doorway and goes, "Why don't you come up and see me sometime?" They do weird shit, and you have these like anecdotes of like, "Oh God, when you were a kid, you did this thing at the party."
It was so funny,
and it was, but it's because they're more capable of doing like clearer impressions of adult communication than we are as adults, because we actually learn the meaning of what, and they're actually just full bore like trying. They're doing the equivalent of a parrot, but beyond a parrot, because they're not just making noise. They're communicating, like they're intuiting, and also like they're actually communicating more effectively. And you just get these chills down your spine. It's like these kids, like they roll their eyes at you, and they make it very clear they're over you, and like they say they intone things just perfectly. And you're like, wait, what the fuck are you? Why are you need to be 32 before you have those feelings about crayons. What do you mean you've had it up to here with these crayons? You said it like Willy Loman.
That is so true.
But that's the amazing thing to me is that verbal communication for us is biological. Verbal communication, we've all seen Nell with Jodie Foster. Verbal communication would happen in a vacuum. That would, if you were raised by wolves as a human being, you would teach language to the wolves. You would start to adopt the wolf language. People speak. That's what we do. We speak verbally. And but what we don't do naturally is written language, which is what our entire society is based on. Is the secondary, unnatural, mimetic evolution of language as transcribable thing. We think because when we're kids, we're learning to speak and write at the same time. And we're learning to read, which means interacting with written language and making it come out of our mouths. We grow up feeling like verbal language is somehow secondary to that written language is like this really important thing. It's sort of like this dumb thing that would go away in one nuclear blast. But verbal language is like here to stay, so much so that if you walk 30 yards that way, people are going gooba 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 gabba gabba, and you can't understand what the hell they're saying because humans like actually just naturally hold our breath and use our forebrain and flex it and go and like express shit, and we use it to geolocate and we use it to socially interact and
You lost me, man. I was hanging on for a while.
I just think it's very. I'm going to go to London and I'm going to enroll in your daughter's class.
I'm telling you that you're the first person I've met who actually sounds like my daughter. I mean, that's like talking to my daughter. What you were just doing.
I wish I had.
And I don't understand her any more than I do.
Can you introduce him to your daughter?
I could.
I would love to sit in the room and just watch.
I would love that.
But you should bring her by.
And